Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm giving our State of the Club address today. I thought it would be appropriate according to the fact that I am now the incoming president, and I felt that it would be important for everyone to get a feel for where our club stands. The Hot Buttered Toastmasters Club has had a banner year in 2009. Collectively, our club has given over 100 speeches, over 150 table topics speeches, filled more than 350 roles throughout the year. We've added 10 new members in the last 12 months. We've had 2 speakers go on to contests at the area level and to the district level. We have supported the area and district level events, such as training for officers and other area contests. And we've continued working towards all of our individual and collective goals as a club. I'd like to talk about those now. So I'm going to walk over here, since it makes it easier for y'all to see. You don't have to glance between me. This is the educational goals chart, which anyone who's gotten the manual for Toastmasters has seen, hopefully. And I'll just explain it really briefly. Our new members or members that come into the club will start out here, and there's actually 2 tracks, 2 educational tracks. One is for communications, and one is for leadership. The communications goals start out with your first 10 speeches, you get your competent communicator. And then you can move on, 10 more speeches, you'll get your bronze, silver, and gold. There's some additional requirements in there as well. And on the leadership role, you have a manual that you got when you joined Toastmasters, which has some requirements in it. And when you complete those, you'll get your Competent Leader Award. And then there's some additional requirements to move on to bronze and to silver. And when you get both your Silver Leader Award and your Gold Communication Award, you're eligible to become a Distinguished Toastmaster, which is a very high and prestigious award. So how does our club look on this chart? Currently, we have 28 active members in our club. We have 2 competent leaders, 5 competent communicators. We have 2 advanced bronze communicators, and no other higher awards at the moment. But we've got people that are working towards silver right now. Our club also has the honor of being named Distinguished Club at 3 different levels for the past 3 years. There is a Distinguished Club, there is a Select Distinguished Club, and then there's the President's Distinguished Club. And we've met every one of those for the past 3 years. And you can see in 2007, 2008, we were actually the President's Distinguished. How do we get that distinguishment? What do we have to do to get that? And what is our goal for 2010? Well, as your president of the club, my goal is to have our club make President's Distinguished once again for next year. And how do we do that? Well, there's a list of requirements that we have to follow. And there's actually a few more than what I've listed here. I've kind of glossed over some officer stuff, which you don't need to be worried about. I can assure you that our club will meet those officer goals. And I'm going to go through each one of these and tell you where we stand at the moment. But these are essentially the requirements that we have to meet to become President's Distinguished. So the first one there is we have to have 2 competent communicators. We have 1 to go. We have 1 Competent Communicator Award where we didn't actually submit the award last year, so we're going to actually get that first one checked off first week of January. The second requirement is to get 2 more additional competent communicators. This is the one that's going to be a stretch goal for us, but I think we can do it. We have several members in our club who have very close to 10 speeches, and I believe strongly that if we encourage them, we can make this particular goal as well. one advanced communicator, which we've already achieved, one additional advanced communicator, which we will achieve at the completion of this particular speech, because I'm going to get my bronze award after this. One competent leader, advanced leader, or DTM, which we've already met. One additional competent leader, and I'm sure that we've got somebody in this club that can meet that particular goal. 4 new members, which we've already done. 4 additional new members, of which we only need 1 more. So as you see, we've almost met our goals already for distinguished. Essentially, all we need is 3 competent communicators and 1 more CL, and we're there. So I'd like to talk quickly about our financials. Our club is in strong financial shape. We started the semester with over $800. We've had $1,500 income, $1,700 expenses, and we currently have a balance of $765. There are some things we could be doing better. Of course, our meetings aren't planned as well as we would like, as well as I would like. One thing that we can improve is how we sign up our people for roles in the meetings. Also, we can find some way to reduce this last-minute churn where we have a flurry of emails that go on 30 minutes before the meeting starts about who's going to do what, and oh, I can't make it. We can increase our meeting attendance and improve our on-time meeting starts. So to summarize what I've just discussed, we've talked about individual education goals, we've talked about our overall club goals, we've talked about our club finances, and we've talked a little bit about how we can improve our meeting planning. And at this point, I would like to open up the floor to answer any questions that you may have regarding the status of our club.
That's a nice presentation, Kurt. In the past 1 year, when I've been in the club, I felt like maybe we can bring in more lively thing into the club. So what are your plans around that? Do you have any specific plans?
Lively in the sense of
there
topics?
Are more activity.
More
there
activity?
Are people more involved, attracted to come to the club every session.
That's a very good point, and that was also one of the bullets that we had on meeting planning, where we need to improve the attendance of the meetings. And one of the things that we can do to improve the attendance is to increase awareness of the club, as well as improve the fun factor of the meetings individually. And I think that if people see that we're having fun and we're enjoying ourselves, it's going to automatically attract more attendance. But we do have, excuse me, we do have a particular issue in this particular company where we have people who have meetings that kind of overlap our set meeting time. And sometimes these meetings happen late, and there's very little chance for us to make changes to accommodate those overlaps. So it's important that we keep that awareness as well. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm not a member of Toastmasters Club, okay, but I've been a frequent visitor here. The last time I dropped in, which was in March, I saw full room, and I was like blown away. And I was planning to take up my membership and all that thing, but it never happened. But today when I came in, I see very few people. Why is that happening? Do you know why is that happening? I understand there's a holiday period going on and all that thing, but still, I don't. So when I came last time, it was like total jam-packed. I couldn't even sit here. I had to stand, and I see like 3 or 4 people standing. What happened?
I appreciate you asking that question, and it is a very interesting dynamic that we have in this club. We do have occasions where we have lots of people that come in. A lot of times it's all visitors, and sometimes we have folks that come in that are regular members that don't show up for a while, and we just have occasional meetings where we do have a full room. And we have other meetings where there's 5 or 6 people in the room. And it goes back to what our other members' other activities are and how those overlay on top of what their schedules are with their other jobs.
Yeah.
And so it's not something that we can have a consistent, every week, 20 people in the room kind of thing. We have 28 active members, and an active member is somebody who's paid their dues.